the commercial construction industry is always looking for new materials and new building techniques. Here's an article from Detroit News where mass timber, which has been used for many, many years, is starting to be more prevalent. First of all, have you used this in your construction industry? Or if you're a client, have you called for this in your building specs? Mass timber is a process where you take basically laminated lumber and use it for structural components, not just sheathing or trim. And by structural, we're talking about 2 or 3 story commercial buildings. You can see this photo here where beams and columns are made out of structural lumber rather than concrete or steel. And it's not just a single sawn post or a beam like a timber frame building. This is actually laminated beams and posts which are architecturally sound, and they're certified for commercial buildings. Now, some of the advantage of this that's been promoted has to do with the environmental aspect. Supposedly it has to do with carbon footprint and some other things. The cost actually is a little bit less for the materials, but it may be more for the construction labor. What are your thoughts on using mass timber or laminated timber for major structural components in a commercial building? We're not talking about an architectural design in a cathedral ceiling in a residential project, or maybe an exposed beam in a deck. We're talking about major commercial structures. Now, this example comes from a university, which is considered commercial, but it's growing in popularity to where more and more buildings are using this. Tell us what your thoughts are in the comments, or if you've used this, what have been the challenges or advantages for a mass timber project.